Imagine, if you will, in the world of Ashentale, on the continent of Shill, in the lands to the south, there lies a beacon of righteousness. Its brilliance illuminates even the darkest hours, ceaselessly combating corruption and greed. However, deep beneath the earth, an insidious malevolence stirs, drawing the unwavering gaze of fate itself. It slumbers, biding its time until it emerges from the depths with a voracious hunger for light. Yet amidst this impending darkness, the gods of Ashentale remain vigilant, strategically maneuvering their pieces on the cosmic chessboard. Welcome back to OriginalGM. I am Hupahu, joined with Cikala and Hawk this week. And we are going to get right back at Eden and Kara, if you remember from last week. Left off at the bridge area, just kind of chillaxing. Actually, more than that, you were looking in the water. Kara's bent over, getting all wet, by the way, looking in the water. I know
Eden's got her back to her, just looking around.
It's all white silk, so once you get it wet, it's
yellow.
It's wet, and yeah. So it's starting to become evening.
At some point, the car just gets up on her knees, turns around, and says, "Is this illegal?"
She'll turn around and look at her.
So she's sopping wet. Of course, you could. It's like a wet T-shirt contest.
Well, that is. She'll nod.
What?
She'll nod at your chest.
Yeah, you can see that you're exposed. You're definitely exposed.
She'll grab her cloak and pull it around her. Well, looks like we need to get you some dry clothes.
As you're doing that and you're putting the cloak around her, kind of behind her somewhere, you see a flash of green light behind her, but then you turn and look, you don't see anything.
I saw it.
So what?
That flash of green light.
See?
Okay.
I wasn't joking.
All right. Hold on.
So, yeah.
Turned around, starts fishing in the water again.
I'll look again, see if I can pinpoint it.
Okay. Like I said, you can see the moss, and you can see to the bottom, you can see the rocks, you can see, but it looked like a few fish swimming around.
Look around. Is there anything around here that's green that could be glinting off the water and making it appear that way?
So the court of the Stargazer up here, this tower's green, and there's a light up here, but it reflects off of this orange thing at night. But that wouldn't account for when you walk through here during the day, you don't think. And as you look, it's really not carrying any serious light down here. So
Go back up on the bridge, about the middle, and look down in the center,
okay,
in the water,
yeah.
and see if she can see anything.
So you look on the bottom, straight down, and you don't. There's rocks, and you do see a few fish, you think, and the sun's starting to go down, so it's kind of difficult to see over, through the water now. It's getting more difficult.
Look not at where she thinks it is, but this way, and see if it'll be here or down there or whatever, and see if she can see it out of her peripheral when she's not actually looking at it.
Okay. So, you think there's some green color kind of up against, just slightly under the water by the bank, and and then, but you don't see any flash or anything, but it's green, you think, as the sun's going down. You're not sure, but when you turn and look, it looks dark. When you look at it directly on.
Kneel down, still not looking at it, and put her hand where she thinks it's green.
Okay. You mean like this?
Yeah. Like
Because it's way away from you.
Oh, I got you. I can't reach.
You want to walk over to the bank and look down?
Yeah.
Where Cara was like looking in the water and stuff?
Yeah. I'm not going to get in the
Okay.
water and get myself up. I'll get soaking wet. But.
Alright.
I'm wet.
You are. You are wet. I think you have changed dry clothes at my house.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything.
She'll go back up there. Alright. Well, let's go get you some dry clothes. And then you said you wanted food, right? We'll get you some dinner or something. We can either go out or eat at my house or whatever you want to do. Maybe my daddy will be there. I need to talk to him anyway.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Let's go. Okay. Start walking towards her house.
Okay. You guys take a walk this way.
Yep.
Head next to the Gold Star Academy. Come up by the Starlight and the Church of the Brotherhood and turn and go over to the Tower of Naz right here. And you go up to the door.
Walk in.
Above you is a ship just sitting up there.
Oh, that means daddy's probably home.
And yeah.
She'll go in.
Okay. As soon as you step in, the butler's there and he bows to you.
Well, good afternoon.
Good evening, my ladies. Starlight. It looks like you got wet.
She did.
Require some assistance.
It was fun.
He smiles.
You know where it's at.
Uh-huh. I'll be back.
Is my daddy here?
Ah, yes, he's back in the den with company.
What company?
Business associates, a diplomat or two.
Oh.
Shall I tell him you're here?
No. Well, you can tell him I'm here, but I don't want to disturb him if he's dealing with business.
He nods at you. Is there anything I can get you, my lady?
No. She
Some
just needs to
compares-
change her dry clothes.
Some food or anything else?
She might be hungry. I'm sure she is.
That's that much to go then.
We'll ask her when she comes back out.
Good. He just stands there. He's like, well, I must get to my duties.
Okay.
She brings you back your cloak. He's wearing blue and gold.
Okay.
Dress, of course.
Okay, so you take all your other clothes off, wring them out, and
Do you want to eat here or do you want to go somewhere? I guess my daddy's here with business associates, so it's not diplomats or I don't know. He wouldn't tell me who.
You can always bust in.
No.
I'm kidding. Well,
Do you want to go out to eat or do you want to eat here?
I don't know any good places to eat. I've always eaten at the temple.
Well,
you know the butler can make anything too, by the way. You know, he can have anything. Whatever it is you want. If that's, unless you want to leave. You're a kid, you don't want to be at home, so. What do you do?
you want to just grab a sandwich or something from the kitchen?
Sure.
And then we can figure out what we're going to do from there. Ela said to give him a minute, and then he would be back with our orders, so I don't know about all that,
A
but
minute to him could be an entire week.
yeah, we need to do something. I'm not feeling right about some of the stuff we just learned, and I want to talk to my daddy. Let's go to the kitchen. She'll start walking.
While we're walking,
Not go through the den.
Okay, so you go through the dining room and then the side room into the kitchen. That direction.
yeah,
Okay.
while we're walking, something I thought about while I was trying to figure out what was in the water, which was kind of difficult because I was having a hard time thinking of anything while playing in the water. What if we went under the tower? Like the mines? Because all that stuff, we never
That's an
finished.
idea.
We never finished the mines.
We didn't.
And there was a lot of that stuff that went north towards the academy that we never went to.
Yeah.
And that looked like it could have gone
That's
that
an
far.
interesting idea. We probably shouldn't go just the two of us, though.
Why not?
Because we don't know
We
what's
can
down.
kick some butt.
We don't know what's down there. I'm not doubting our ability. We just want to be smart about this.
That's true.
Butler comes back in from the other door from where the from where the den is, excuse me, and walks up to you guys. So, have you decided?
Yeah, she just wants a sandwich, right?
I want a whole cow. Move. I'm kidding.
He smiles at you.
Yeah, sandwich would be good.
Yeah.
Whatever she wants.
All right. He'll make you whatever it is you want, and yeah, he goes over and puts some bottles in the trash can and with his tray, and walks over to another area and starts pulling some bottles out.
Who is it? Who's here?
Well, roll your intelligence.
Yes.
He's pulling from the lock cabinet from the liquor, so it's somebody that's
Somebody important.
important. He doesn't normally serve for that, and then you say that, who's here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but like I said, my lady, I have some ambassadors, a few ambassadors. And,
But what are their names? She'll look directly, like she's asking a direct question. Are you not allowed to tell me?
I'm not sure. Their anonymity might be important. Kind of got me at a predicament here, my lady.
It's fine. It's
You know, I could introduce you. It's kind of hard to explain.
I don't want it to be weird.
Well, maybe we could come up with an excuse for you to speak to your dad.
We do have some important stuff to talk to.
We-
See, there you go.
But not in front of diplomats.
Unless they're involved with the city.
No, I think that conversation, I don't know. I think he would be upset.
It should be.
Oh, none of these people are from the city, he says.
Then we should be keep it private.
Yeah.
And how far away?
So, is there a way to look through to the den from where we're at?
You can go up to the door that goes out and slightly open it and look into the den if you wanted to.
She's loud with her plate mail, though.
She
wouldn't
is
be
loud.
noticed.
And I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna sit here and eat. While she's talking to the butler, Cara wanted to try to figure out how far away from the Galen Ray estate we are.
So from where you're at, it's relatively close. It's across this area right here. It's a little ways. Galen Estates is up here next to the Royal Palace. So it's a little ways.
She'll quietly telepathy her grandfather.
Okay.
Grandfather, are you gonna be home tonight?
Cara, yes. I think I can do that. What time were you thinking?
Well, I was wondering if you're like, how late are you going to be?
You want me? You need me to be available as soon as possible.
I have a couple of questions, and I didn't want to do it in front of the council because I know you've been busy with the council. Are you okay with that?
Yes, dear. What are your questions?
Well, I have somebody I was going to bring with me.
Someone else that has questions?
She's going to have questions as well as I. Plus, I wanted to talk to you about something dealing with the family as well.
Ah, there comes the truth.
Well, they're both important.
Well, I could be there. Let me know when you are available, and I will find a moment of my time to put things aside, though, so that we can take care of this issue, whatever it is.
Well, I don't want to interrupt your business.
A lot's going on, and that's the reason I say it the way I do. But I do have time for you, dear, of course. Of course.
I appreciate it.
Yes. Let me know when you are needing me to be available.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. It is good to hear from you, dear.
You as well.
So you hear a laughter in the other room with a bunch of people,
Her curiosity's about to kill her.
and
She's kind of sighs.
Car just says, "Go look."
the butler just comes right past you, right next to you, and he nods at you and goes out the door. And
She'll try to disguise her walking behind his movements so that she can peek in when he opens the door.
okay. The door comes open, and it's a room full of people, but it's hard to tell exactly who is who and what is what with the quickness of the door opening. You do see somebody dressed in all white, and it looks like they have their back to you, and it looks like whatever they're dressed in has a cowl or hood that goes all over their head and their body, and it's just a quick glimpse, but you see that, and then you see a woman with piercing red eyes and black hair and a black evening gown who's next to this individual facing the direction of the door when he comes out, and she catches eyes directly with you. She sees you. Red eyes and black hair and a black evening dress. Very beautiful. But there's intelligence, and you see a warrior's eyes. That's what you see when you see her. You're like, and then the door goes. Okay.
Nope. She has no excuse. She has no reason to go in that fucking room. You feel me? And
Right.
politically.
Right. You don't know what's going on, as a kid you have learned. But yeah, that's what you see.
Alright. What's up with all the people with red eyes? What the fuck's going on with that?
Oh,
Second one in one day.
right? The hell?
When we get done later, I'd like to go by my grandfather's house so we can ask him some questions.
Okay. We can do that.
Pertaining to the academy, as well as I'd like to ask him some family questions, but I want you there.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. You're my family. You're part of this.
Butler comes back in at this point. Goes over to where the sandwich stuff is and finishes making your sandwiches. Boom! The door opens and your dad comes in. Ah, Eden.
Hi, Daddy.
Cara. He comes over and gives you a hug. He's in finery. He's not wearing armor or anything. He gives you a hug and he says, "What are you girls out and about doing?"
We're just getting some food. We've been on mission all day.
And what exactly has that entailed?
I have some
Something
things.
your father doesn't need to know, probably.
Well, I don't know. I have some things I need to talk to you about, but now is probably not the time. And she'll kind of glance back at the door.
Oh dear, what is it?
Well,
They can wait.
so we were hired to investigate the Gold Star
He
Academy.
lost his accent, by the way. Anyway.
Blink, blink, blink.
What is it exactly that I can help you with, my darling child? I apologize for... that is my accent with others sometimes. I don't want them to think that I am slow just because I speak that way.
Speak what way?
Well, the way that you and I converse with one another. they do it in heaven, love. That is where the accent comes from.
Accent? I don't have an accent.
Oh dear, you do, you do for sure. So anyway, it is so good to see you,
It's
and
good to see you too, Daddy.
tell your daddy what's going on, and maybe I can ease your mind.
So, I'm concerned about some of the children at the Gold Star Academy. So, I heard through the grapevine that
Are we back on this again?
that what?
You're talking about the place that you went to internship at.
Yeah.
The one that you saw and that was beautiful and worked. It was difficult,
So,
but I thought we agreed it was needed. You've been talking to this Elis and Hookleaf, haven't you?
well, so I believe it's needed. Absolutely. There's been some really amazing things that come. No, it's so.
Of course.
I was talking to the Sergeant Patterson. He trains the kids, the militia,
Oh,
at the Gold Star Academy,
okay.
and he told me that they're going to be removing the training grounds from inside the academy and putting
Yes,
it
there.
outside for civilians.
Well, there has been a recent initiative. There's a bunch of things that are important measures that we've had to take to protect not only ourselves but the citizens from the coming war.
Right.
And simply put, love, he's a military man. He's a sergeant,
Yeah.
and he needs to get back with his people and start doing his duty. He's been somewhat separated with different ways and different things, and I think he needs that structure. And honestly, those individuals that go through his program do quite well.
They do.
So
They do.
putting him in charge of the new facility is the only answer that
Right.
seems to be the right one.
So I understand the new facility and all that, but after being there, like we spent most of the day there, and I feel like removing it completely is gonna be harmful to those children. They have no outlet. And he's really, really good for them. It seems to be the only area where there's any kind of physical training like that. And if that's removed, then that'll be completely gone for those children.
And if you truly wanted to bring civilians in for training, why not have a separate training facility for those that you want to bring in? They get the structure, they get the training, but you're not taking away from the children.
Well, some of the problems, I understand your concerns, both of you, and these problems have been discussed in the past, but I hear what you're saying. One of the issues is that these children, when they come out of that academy, as good as the training has been by him, they are not military.
But they can advance to that next academy.
I see what you're saying. So sort of a pre-academy
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to the blinding
I
guard.
think
Correct.
that program is so good for those children.
You know, it might save us just if we brought them in as additional recruits, just straight into the armies, and eliminated this academy idea altogether. We could fund his operations and maybe make it a little bit better for him. Yeah.
That seems like a really good idea.
All right. I'll see what. We'll draft something up. I'll see what we can do before. This isn't supposed to be taking place for another couple weeks, so it's a slow initiative. I don't imagine they've gotten to it yet. There, we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe I'll bring an addendum to the council, and we'll see. Now, might like to go and talk to this fella. What did you say his name was? Sergeant what?
Sergeant Patterson?
That's right,
He's
Patterson.
really good at what he does.
He is. He's really good with those kids.
Patterson, yes. twinkles in the sunlight, as I recall.
Yeah, I noticed that. What is that? Is that makeup?
I don't know,
Is
dear.
it?
Um, I used to know a Patterson that twinkled.
He said
So,
he knew you.
well, maybe I knew his father or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I I know most of the soldiers by face, love, but to remember all those names is very, very difficult. Well, if that's all your concerns are about, love, we'll work for that. We'll work with that. I'm not. We're not again defense on that one.
What do you know about the tower?
It's been here a long time. I do believe that it's one of the oldest structures, and he kind of looks up and around, that is in Queensland.
This tower or the tower in the academy?
Oh, you're speaking about a different tower. I'm sorry. I don't know what exactly you're
The one
talking
in the
about.
academy.
I don't know what you're
So-
talking about.
Yeah, the tower. Well, we need to look into it a little bit more. We don't know everything about it yet.
Well, I read all your research when you went there for your initially. Yeah, you know, I don't remember reading anything about no tower. Oh well, I'll have to look into that. I don't know. I thought you were talking about the Tower of Naz.
It's the oldest building.
One of the oldest, yes, it is. There's a few others that were here originally.
Any of them for sale?
I don't believe so. Most of them you wouldn't want them.
Sounded like you were having fun with your guests.
Oh yes, dear. I do need to get back to them. Thank you for reminding me. He hugs you,
She'll tell you.
kisses you on the cheek. Says, "You girls stay out of trouble, and
Thanks, Uncle Ned.
if you need anything, you let me know." He smiles. He kind of pats you on the shoulder, and he walks out. I did not tell him,
Tell him what?
the butler says, that you were here. It must have been some other way he found out.
Yeah, that lady saw me.
Oh,
Whoever she was, the one with the red eyes.
ah, yes.
You got any more pickles?
I do. And he goes over and gets some pictures.
She's still looking at the butler after she says that. She's so fucking curious. She can barely stand herself.
She had the moniker for a while of the Pinch of Pain. She was the Queen of the East, they say. You didn't hear it from me. And he goes over and grabs a couple other bottles and goes back out. What character are you playing right now? Eden?
That didn't mean anything. That didn't mean nothing to her. She didn't know anything about any of that. Goodness.
He goes out. Finish your sandwiches and stuff. It was good. You feel full.
Alright, well, what now? Elis is supposed to get back to me. Maybe I should telepathy him and ask him what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
She will. Elis,
Hey,
did you figure it out?
who is this?
It's Eden!
Oh, Eden. Yes, yes.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to...
I am so sorry. I a couple other things came up in between. I did figure it out though. Yeah, I did. So yeah, I gotta send that. Where you at?
I'm in my house, waiting for orders.
Okay. All right. I will have somebody meet you there.
Who? Wait, what do you mean, meet me here?
Well,
There's
you.
not here. My daddy's having a party. I would rather meet elsewhere. Can I meet whoever it is somewhere else? Here's not a good. It's not a good time.
Yeah. Why don't you meet him at the Gold Star Academy exit?
Who?
The one down the south. The one that you used. Did you use that? I don't know. You probably used that one this morning. The one over about the chapel. You know where chapel is?
You just hear silence.
Eden, you there?
Yeah.
You know where the chapel's at, right?
Of course I know where the chapel is.
All right. Well, use that exit right
Who am
there.
I meeting?
He's a spelunker type. He can get into small places. He'll help you with the tower.
For what? Oh, that's what you want us to do?
Oh, he said he's met you already. He says he's a friend of yours, so you guys will get along great. Meet him there, okay?
Wait, what? So what are our orders? Gold Star. She just looks at Kara like she's visibly frustrated.
What's the matter?
I guess we're meeting some spelunker to get into the tower down by the
Cool.
chapel. I'm telling you.
It's pretty much dark now.
I think he's smoking Mannon's cabbage.
She almost falls on the floor.
Is the butler still standing there?
Yeah, he
I
laughs.
just
Oh
realized.
goodness.
Something darker.
You know what? I don't.
Oh,
He's so chaotic. I just can't deal with it.
wait here.
There's no plan. He says that the spelunker knows us. I have no idea who he's. I don't know a spelunker.
Yeah, we do. I don't remember his name though.
Who?
It's that guy we hired. Oh God.
As you're saying that, it's nightfall, and you look up the road and you see this little Hofflin. He's just kind of, and you recognize him.
Yeah.
He worked to unlock
Wait.
a doorway down on one of your first investigations.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
She says, "Wait here," and she runs back in the house and comes back out with a cloak. Here. He throws it over your head.
Hold on.
Yes.
I can't hide my wings. This is uncomfortable. I don't like this. This is far too chaotic. We
Yeah.
have no plan.
It's a midnight blue cloak. It's
We're
supposed to go with this.
sneaking. I just don't know about this. This just doesn't. It just doesn't feel right.
Oh yeah.
What if he forgets we're here? I feel like.
We'll have to remind him.
I mean, what if inside that tower there's no telepathy like there is down below?
Then I'll blow a hole in the wall and we'll just have to make.
he comes
This
walking
whole
up.
thing, I just.
Hey. Hey,
Good afternoon.
good to see you again, Commander.
Good to see you.
Evening.
Evening.
She just looks up at the night
Yeah,
sky.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's dark. She's a little upset.
Oh yeah. I hope it has nothing to do with me.
Nope.
That's good. That's good.
Just the guy that sent you here.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
I'm not upset. It's fine. It'll be fine.
So
So what did he tell you?
here
She
you are.
looks at him.
So here you are. At night, you can really kind of see the purple glow that's
Are you?
going on.
Are you a gold star?
Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
Are you a gold star?
What does
Do
that
you
mean?
follow Gold Star?
I don't really know. I'm not the religious type.
Oh well.
But
you
why?
might not even be able to walk through that door then.
Oh, well, that's not good.
I got
Um.
what? I don't remember the rules.
You know why I was sent, right?
No.
We're
I'm
going-
supposed to check this tower out for you.
Okay.
That's what he said.
But
I don't know what we're dealing with. I thought we had access. I didn't think it was
No,
breaking in.
We're not breaking in. We do have access.
Okay,
Can
well
we-
then let's go in.
can we fly over those walls?
I don't think so. He looks up. He's like, I don't think so.
Why?
I think there's barriers.
Let's go. She walks in.
You guys go in, no problem. As soon as he hits it, he bounces off of it.
She'll walk back out.
What if she touches him?
Yeah, what if you bring me in? He goes in.
There you go.
So, I want to leave.
Yeah. That's what I meant by are you a gold star? You can only come and go of your own free will if you're a gold star.
Doesn't sound like free will to me.
On the backside of this tower, we found a pile of rubble
Okay.
that may be access to this place.
All right. Let's go check it out. He goes walking over there.
I'm not sneaking.
He doesn't sneak. He
I'm
just goes over.
fine. I'm allowed to be here.
Okay.
Can't
shit.
speak either, but
You guys go walking up. You don't really see anybody out here, so it doesn't bring any attention to you whatsoever. And he goes over to the rocks and starts looking at them, and he's like, help me move these back. And he grabs a couple and starts lifting them. Okay. You move enough back that there's a little crawl space, and he's like, oh, okay. You see him pull out this dagger, and it lights up, and he kind of holds it in the hole, and it kind of lights the area up over here where you guys are. And he's like, there's some sort of crawl space here, I guess. I don't think you could fit through, though.
Alright.
Looks like it made for a kid or something.
he's a part giant.
He crawls down. He goes, I'll kind of crawl in a little bit and tell you if I see anything or what I see.
Alright.
Can you hear me in your head? He says.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Of course.
All right. Oh, it goes down. It kind of goes down on the outside of the tower here. It curves to the right. It doesn't go beneath the tower. It goes to the right. Wait. It looks like it's crawling back to the left towards the tower again, and we're going down farther. It's going down a level.
If you get
There's some sort of light up ahead. It's like there's a yellow light and a green light.
what kind of yellow? and
Well, the
green?
yellow light is like kind of blinking green. And there's some sort of green light above it and on the ceiling. Like the ceiling is like alive with some kind of green light.
She'll show what the floor looked like, not the thing, but the floor. Actually, she'll just tell him in his head, show me.
He shows it to you. It's exactly that. You see what he's looking at. In the wall and ceiling above him is the green stone. You can see it up there. As it goes down underneath the tower itself, you can see what looks like a huge pile of divinity stones. And the pulsing from the green stones that are on top of it and on the sides of it are making the divinity stones glow green for a second. Like they're being charged or something. You don't know what it is. But there's
Ding, ding, ding,
probably 1,000, 1,500 or so divinity stones in this little chamber under the tower.
Ding, 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 she says.
Do you want me to get one of these or?
Yeah, be careful.
Alright, I got one.
Alright, head back to us.
Alright, I'm coming back. There's no other way to go, by the way.
No?
No.
That's weird.
Okay, this is weird.
What's wrong?
It turns left now. It doesn't turn back right.
What do you mean?
The hallway that I'm in, the crawl space that I'm in, it turns left. It just.
Hello? Shit. You hear it, yes, by the way.
Reach a hand in
To what?
the hole.
You turn and look at the hole, and there's just a wall there with some rocks around it.
Alright.
she is muttering? You recognize that? It's a divine bolt.
She'll start walking back towards the exit.
You gonna stop her?
No, I'll let her continue to cast, but.
Cause she's gonna cast it.
No! What are you doing?
You stop her?
Yeah.
Oh, what? What?
No. You're
We
gonna
gotta get him out of there.
We do. There's no hole. What happened?
I'm thinking when he picked that stone up.
She'll telepathy him,
Okay.
and she'll say, I don't know if you can hear me, but put the stone down. Try that. I can't hear you. She'll walk up to where the hole was, and she'll reach out, and she'll see if she can put her hand through it.
It goes right through it and then disappears, and you actually see a hallway that, like a tunnel that goes down in there when you actually physically touch it. And about that point, you hear,
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. I gotta get out of here.
I've got it.
I put it down. It tried to take me over. It took me over.
Put it down. Come back this way.
I'm not touching it again.
No, come back this way. I've got my hand through the thing. You should be able to get out. Come back.
You see him crawl in front of you and look around. He's like, there's nothing but walls. There's no way
I'm
out
right
of here.
Hey, I'm right in front of you.
I don't see you.
Okay, slow down. She'll reach out, she'll touch him.
Okay.
And she'll throw up her protection from evil. Her
And
divine
pull him out?
protection, and pull him out.
Okay. Fuck. He grabs a hold of your leg. He's like, fuck. I thought I was Dick Honor. It was leading me somewhere down another hallway to go somewhere where they were, where they all are.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a collective consciousness that I became part of when I picked that stone up. And they were taking me over. They were all talking at once and convincing me. The only reason I got out of it is I happened to hear your voice. And I was able to put the stone down. It's because of you, he says.
Come on. She'll turn around and walk back out.
Okay. Walk out of the academy.
She'll pull him through.
Okay. All right. You get on the outside. Something's not right about that.
This is bigger than what we think it is. Let me talk to the higher ups, and we'll see where they want us to go from here. Are you okay? She'll look at him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
all right?
Thank you. You pat your leg. Thank you.
Of
Appreciate it.
course. Gold Star's blessing. She'll telepathy Elis.
If you're talking to Edith, ask him if I'm done.
Alright, I will. She'll telepathy Elis.
Okay.
Alright, so.
Needle pulling thread. Yes. Go on. What?
He went down in this little hole that we found, and he found a pile of divinity stones that were pulsating with green energy, like the stone down below in the mines. And he picked one up to bring it to us, and it tried to take him over. He said, it did take him over. If I hadn't telepathied him, who knows what would have happened.
Are you sure about that?
That's what he said.
Make sure.
I can't.
You look in front of you, you see him standing there. He's like,
I have no way to do that.
hmm.
He told me to ask you if he was done. But do you
Yeah,
want
tell him to report to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want me to accompany him?
No.
Okay.
Just in case.
What do you want me to do? So
Well,
this seems
you
he's-
discovered something that has to do with some other crimes that have been discovered, so we'll need to take care of this with the proper channels. Blinding guard, there's various other, this needs to be taken care of. I got it. I mean,
Alright.
do you want to be involved or?
Well, I don't know. You know, and there's some things with the children, and they're miserable. They're being forced to worship
Well,
Gold Star.
well, I appreciate your
There's
vote of confidence in agreeing with myself and my brother about this location. It should be shut down.
I don't think it should be shut down. I think that there
No.
needs to be changes made.
Well, who's to say that those changes wouldn't go back to exactly what it is now, or even worse? I mean, are you going to watch it 24 hours a day? Is that the plan? Are you going to take it over? I know that's probably between you and Gold Star, but what about the other people that are there? What about the mistress? What about the matriarch that's there? And the others? You do realize we collect a lot of information there.
I do.
The Holy Host,
I do. I met the chaplain.
So, what do you think we should do? And I'll take that in consideration and let them know.
Well, so one of my biggest problems, there's several, but one of my biggest problems is I understand that it's a no hands-on facility, but the fact that little kids are being put in the tower.
Anyone that's graduated from the tower, and there have been many, currently not a single one of them and their whereabouts are known.
Yeah. See what and these are children. Like,
No, I'm
what
sorry,
if-
I don't think you heard me. In the whole time that the towers existed, not a single person that has graduated from the academy that has been in the tower can be found. They are missing.
What?
Yes. My brother and I have suspected this place of so much for so long, but no one will listen.
I don't think it's the whole place. I think it's all centered around the tower. The rest of the facility seems on the up and up,
At the
They're-
very least, they've condemned these children.
Well, they are not allowed to even talk about the tower, most of them.
I understand, but the matriarch
Yeah. Now, outside
and
of the
anybody that's
matriarch-
taken someone to her is responsible for whatever's happened to these children.
Right.
And my brother and I know that some of those people are good people there. So good is being used somehow for nefarious reasons. And is it evil? We don't even know if it is or not.
Yeah,
But from what you just said, it tried to take him over.
it did. It's from what he said, anyway. I didn't see it. I can tell you he was scared to death when he came up out of that hole.
Can you detect evil on
I
him?
can. I'll try. My detection.
You don't feel any.
I don't feel any.
Okay.
Unless he has some kind of protection up.
He wouldn't.
So, there's that. There's the tower
but-
with the no.
But when you detect it on him, he's standing in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're facing the tower,
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel evil in that direction.
I feel evil coming off of that tower. Evil.
And it's down
I can feel it. It's downward.
underneath it. He looks at you. He's like, "What?"
She says that to Elis.
Oh, in his head. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's reason.
She'll look at the.
Blinding guard will be there shortly. He says.
She'll look at the little dude. She'll say to him, "There's a girl here. Her name's Stephanie, and she is really good to those children. Her and her girls. The only thing she wants is to be able to help and protect those children. She worships Gold Star, and she really is a good person. I'm sure that if she were asked, she would do anything for those kids. Just to keep that in mind as all this is going on. I'm sure she'd even open up her own home for them
Very
if
well.
that was something.
We'll talk to Stephanie
If-
then.
She needs help paying for it, I can do that." She'll look at the little dude.
Yeah.
And she'll say, Eli said to report back to him.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You hear Enos in your head say, tell him to stay if you haven't told him yet.
Oh, I just told him, but he's still right here.
Tell him he needs to help with whatever's going on with this tower.
Hey.
He'll help the guard.
Hey.
Yeah.
He said, wait, that you need to help with whatever's going on with this tower. The blinding guard's on their way.
All right. Well, I can offer my expertise as best as possible, but I don't think it's going to be useful. Not with this.
That's just what Eli said.
All right.
Above my pay grade.
So you can hear the movement from where you're at up the street. Over to your left over here.
They're going to come in this door over here.
They come down this way. You can hear them over here on this block coming across the bridge. 24. Come marching
Just
up.
stand there and wait for them.
They come all the way to the front gate right here, this area, and they stop, and Captain comes forward. He's like, Commander, reporting.
Captain? Alright, let me show you what we found.
We should wait for Unit 2 and Unit 3.
Alright.
If you don't mind, Commander.
Of course, of course.
A few moments later, you see another one come up over to this gate, and then you can hear one come over here to this street on this side over here. And they start spreading out on the streets around this surrounding the area. You see some hippogriffs flying, and you see one ship that kind of looks like it came out of nowhere, just lowering down a little bit, like right over the Gold Star Academy. It's a heavy war galleon that's floating in the air, and it just kind of, you see guns on it get aimed down at the Academy, just like you saw at war.
Whoa.
You know, and all set up and everything, and
She'll telepathy Eli. So we're not going to traumatize these children, right?
well, that's not the plan. Is to not to. Why? What's the matter?
Just guns pointed at the place from ships above, and
No, if they're going with normal protocol, we can take care of that.
we don't want to traumatize these kids.
You see the ship's guns go back up, and it kind of floats back away just a little bit, kind of off,
Not.
kind of off to the side over here.
So let me show. Is troops there?
Yeah.
The other troops?
Yeah.
She'll like, alright, maybe I'll show you where the area is that we found.
Yes, ma'am.
She'll walk in.
Okay.
She'll grab little dude and pull him in.
Okay. They start filling the compound
It's right here.
and surrounding it,
So,
and they surround the tower and secure the area.
she'll tell the commander an awareness created. I don't know how much you know, but touching those stones that you're gonna find down there. Don't do that.
He tells his troops don't
They have
touch
to
the
be
stones.
they have to be taken care of in a
And
sensitive way.
he asks for any intel information. The little guy starts telling him what it looks like down there, how to get down there. After the discussion goes for a little while, one of the captains comes over to him. He's like, Mammoth, from our knowledge and understanding, there's a way into this tower besides that area there as well. We'd like to access that.
Alright. So from what I understand, there's a key.
Yes, we know where it's at.
Alright.
We know where the key holder is and the transport room.
Just as long as, the children that are present in this compound are not traumatized.
As you
Can we
wish.
tell Stephanie to keep the children inside?
We can. I'm sure she will.
Right now, they're all inside, so.
Okay.
But the troops start marching over that way, and the ones that were surrounding have surrounded it, and then you see a couple more units come in behind them into the courtyard.
I'm sure the matriarch's gonna come down here in a minute. I'm sure.
A few moments later, she does show up on the balcony, looking down.
She doesn't come down though.
No. She's looking at all the troops and everybody. You guys are over by the tower area here. As you're standing there, you see Stephanie and her girls and a bunch of the kids sneaking over here behind this building and going this way towards the exit. They run right into the troops.
Oh shit.
And they grab them.
She'll go
Stopped
that way.
them.
She'll go
Okay.
that way.
All right. You see her take off this way, car over
She'll
to here.
even fly.
Okay.
I'll go with her.
All right.
Come with her gold wings and
All right.
land
You come
right
over.
next to him.
The chaplain's coming out the door, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, easy, guys!" And you come up, easy.
Release them.
They do. The kids are like all kind of gathered together. You see the one girl that was glaring at you. She's just looking over at you like, "What's going on?" You know, just like.
She'll smile at her.
She kind of grins.
She'll look at Stephanie. Are you okay?
I'll be better when we can go through that archway.
She's going to telepathy Elis. I'm going to take Stephanie and the girls and these kids. Is that legal? Can I do that?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's do it. She'll say, come on.
For real?
Would it help if I stood in the archway? Would that keep it open?
You don't know.
Well, I'll stand in the archway.
So you start to go up towards the archway, and the chaplain holds his hand up like this, and you see the magic go off of it.
Good.
And he goes, "Go through."
She'll
We
go
might
with
have him
Stephanie.
go to the temple.
Well, we'll talk about it. She'll look at Stephanie. Do you have somewhere to take them?
No.
Okay, we'll figure it out. So,
But some of them, and you hear a couple of the kids start to cry, and some of them are, you know, they don't have shoes on or whatever. She's like, "We can't take them far, dear. We've got to figure out how to get them somewhere safe."
We can find somewhere safe. So look at me. Money's not an issue. It's okay.
Okay.
We will get these children taken care of.
Kids, calm down. And she kind of kneels down to him, and she starts talking to the girl. She's like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We'll find a place. It's gonna be all right." One kid is like, "But I left that workbook behind, and I was almost done." And the other little girl's like, "You weren't almost done. You were doing terrible." And another little boy goes, "Hey, don't talk to him that way." And then they start to argue, and the girls start to calm down. Hey, and split them up. Stephanie looks at you. She goes, "We need to get them somewhere."
Let's get them somewhere. She'll look over at the tower. Is the ship still there?
It is. But there's, 50 some odd, 60 some odd rooms in that fucking place.
All right.
I mean, if there was a place.
So this is what we're gonna do, Stephanie. We're gonna take them to my house. My daddy's got people over, so we need to go in quietly and shuffle them to a different area of the house
She just kind of goes,
until we can figure something out.
quietly? She looks back at him. She's like, "I'll do my best. Children, come gather around. We're going on an adventure." You hear them all going, "Ah, yeah," and they get really, really loud. She goes, "But in this adventure, we got to be really quiet. We can't get caught. We can't be heard, or we might get caught."
She'll telepathy Stephanie and be like, "Did you count heads? Are they all here?"
Yes.
All right. Okay, let's go. She's starting to take
counting the girls. There's 62 total.
Okay. We'll figure it out until we can do something.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. It's all good.
I've got some children's clothes. I was making some when.
We'll figure it out. Whatever we need to do. Come on. Let's get these kids.
When you guys start leaving, you see the chaplain kind of release his hand, and the magic goes back down on it. And you can hear soldiers running and getting in around the tower and stuff like that. There's something going on. And you guys go up the
She'll
road
telepathy
this way.
the commander,
Okay.
and she'll tell him.
You mean
if
the
there-
captain?
Or the captain. If there are any more children found, you let me know.
Oh, there are children here everywhere, ma'am.
Are there?
I'm
In the
sure.
tower?
Yes. Maybe, I don't know.
All right.
But as far as the academy, there are children here. I know that.
All right.
They're in their dormitories.
Oh, he doesn't know. Okay, so she'll just go.
Okay.
Elis told her it was fine.
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll let.
Hopefully,
Chaplain,
she doesn't go to jail for this.
We'll let Chaplain Vim know if they need us.
Okay.
We'll be back.
You make it to the tower, Naz.
take
And
him
you come in
up.
the front door, and the butler's there, and he's like, "Milady."
Just
And
don't freak out, and I will tell my dad. Just don't say anything. Just
very well,
shh,
milady.
and she'll
All
and
right.
then
The
she'll
kids all start
walking
coming
right
in, and
away.
he's like, he backs away and and he looks at you and he goes, "You know, your father said no pets." I mean, I'm not saying they're pets,
She'll go.
but
She'll just keep
she'll go up the
walking.
stairs and
Yeah.
take them all up,
Yep.
follow them, and shh, and you see Stephanie like shh, and they do pretty good for a group of kids. They do pretty good. They sneak up with you and are able to stay quiet. Um, there are a few moments with a little bit of loudness, and it echoes in here quite a bit because this place is so open.
She'll take
and-
them up the stairs
you know,
where they won't be heard
yeah.
from the den.
Okay, so you can get them all up there. It takes a while, but
How many don't have shoes?
so a few. We can count how many there are that need shoes, and then we can come right back after this quick break. We'll see you guys shortly. And we're back.
We save the children.
them all snuck up.
Okay. Close the door behind us. Whatever room we go in. Pick a room. One of the bigger ones.
You're going to have to pick several rooms because of the number of beds and stuff like that.
Okay.
You think you can work it out, but the whole... So you go up, I'd say, to the third level.
Okay.
There are 6 levels.
Okay.
Plus the balcony at the top.
Okay.
So you're at the 6 levels where your dad always is.
Alright.
That's his level, the top. And so your dad has to go through the level that you're on up the staircase to get all the way up to the top. So
She'll tell Stephanie. Now, I haven't told my daddy that we're here yet. I'll take care of it. My daddy, he's a good man. He'll understand. He doesn't even know what's going on over there yet. But I'll talk to him. We'll figure it out. I told the captain if any more children were found in the tower or in the compound to let me know.
okay.
So,
Are they okay? So they're just going to contact you.
yeah.
So yeah. What do you do? It'd help if I put the mic back in my face. Yeah. Whoops. Here we go.
She'll look at Stephanie and say, so what do you need for the moment?
Well, to start off with, we'll need to feed them and get them a place to sleep tonight, and then some food in the morning. You know.
Of course.
I don't know what to do. I guess the girls and I should sit down and come up with a schedule for tomorrow, but it would help if I knew what we had access to. For now, I guess this floor and just...
Yeah, my daddy will have to come through this floor. I will talk to him. I can't do it right this second. He's a little preoccupied.
Okay.
But I will talk to him.
You see her pull out from under her cloak a puppy. And she says, I hope it's okay that I brought him.
We'll work it out.
Oh, here. Hands her a book, Gold Star.
Oh,
Wasn't sure if you were able to grab yours.
thank you. Thank you so much.
And I have 7 pair of shoes
Oh, that might help.
and some clothes for children, but I don't know if it's the right size.
We'll need all of that stuff.
So,
And I have lots of cloth. I make clothes for kids.
we
So-
will get you some funds to get whatever it is you need, homemade, whatever that is. for these kids.
You're such a blessing, Eden. Cara, thank you so much.
Of course. We told you we would do everything we could.
Yeah, but I didn't expect that this would happen.
So, it all happened very fast. There's something wrong with that tower. You were right. I can't really get into the details of it all, but
I just hope that these kids are all right.
once they're found, he will contact me. So, as soon as we know anything about that, I'll let you know. Is there any kids we should be on the lookout for? How many?
So the ones that were left behind were doing jobs and chores and things on the academy grounds, where in people's rooms and different places. We weren't able to collect them. I'm sure that we can collect them, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll let me know. I told them any children that were found, they were to let me know.
I'll be back. She runs to her room.
One of the captain, he telepathies to you. He's like, Commander,
Captain?
we have some children here that we have gathered together from the academy, trying to return back to the dormitory. Some of them privies.
Gather them, and I will be there to collect them.
Very well, ma'am. Same gate.
Let's do the... Yeah, same day.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Just look at Stephanie. They found some more of the children. They found some more of the children.
So she goes there, starts talking to kids and calming them down and getting them taken care of with the other girls. and doing the thing.
Okay.
They're all excited, you know. The kids are.
She'll step out of the room.
You right when you step out of the room, you go to walk out, your arm gets grabbed, like pretty quickly.
Look.
Turn and whip around, and you see that girl there. She's looking at it. She goes, "Thank you." She lets go of your hand.
For what?
For getting us out of there.
Of course. Pat her head. Why don't you?
Maybe you aren't so full of shit. You see off to the side Billy watching. He's like,
You guys hungry?
"Fuck yeah," she
Yeah.
says.
We can get you some food. Why don't you go in there with Stephanie and I'll have some food brought up?
The other Rugrats.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I was supposed to graduate already.
Why didn't you?
Because I lied to him. And she turns and walks away.
She'll make sure she goes in the room before she lets her out of her sight.
She does.
Billy too?
Yeah, he's in there.
Alright. She'll turn around. Is the butler anywhere in sight?
You'll have to go downstairs.
She'll wait for Cara to come back.
Just come back with a couple of armloads full of stuff.
Keep a handle on this. I'm gonna go talk to the butler and get them some food and I'm gonna have to tell my daddy I can't keep this a secret and
I don't see how you could.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
No.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Alright, I'll be right back. You got
Okay.
them? She'll turn around and walk away.
Okay.
Go downstairs.
All right.
Go find the butler.
He's in the kitchen. You see he's got food being made, and you see one of the waitresses, one of the housemaids is there, and she's got some scrolls and stuff, writing stuff down, and he's like, "We'll need socks too." And I don't know, there were 60 or so, so do 100. And she's writing away, and he kind of turns and looks over at you.
Thank you.
Well, what else is one to do? See him making more food.
I had no choice. She'll look at him. I had no choice.
Like that bluebird?
I couldn't have left them out on the streets. They had nowhere to go.
You remember the bunny died, right?
This is different.
Let's hope we can take care of them. It's a lot of people.
You didn't tell my daddy yet, right? Or did
No,
you?
I haven't said anything
Is he
yet.
still...
Now is probably not the time, but to serve more. But I'll be back. He goes over and you see him pull out some more bottles out of the expensive cabinet and go back out the door. And when he opens the door, you can hear laughter, and sounds like some music being played. You see the food laid out that he's laid out, and she's standing there with the scroll, and she smiles at you.
Just smile at her. Thank you for your help.
My sister's on her way. He called us. We came as quick as we could. I'll try to fill this in the night market, most of it, but some of it might have to wait till tomorrow. And then my sister can come and start helping with all of this and serving food and yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
Especially for coming on such notice in the middle of that.
Yeah, she looks like she just woke up. You can tell she's.
You want some coffee?
I would love some coffee.
She'll go over and start making it.
Okay. She continues to help with the sandwiches. The butler comes back in. He sees you making coffee, and he's like,
It's not for me. She'll make
"Whatever
it.
you wish, my lady."
She'll pull out cream and sugar and all that and just set it over by
Okay.
her. Let her.
She gets some. You see him look at her and then look at you, and he doesn't say anything. He just goes back to making the sandwiches and stuff like that. A few moments later, a younger girl comes in. She's about 17 or so. Real pretty, female. Brown hair and brown eyes. And she's like, "I came as quickly as I could." And he goes, "Good. Help me with this." When you start serving upstairs, the third floor. Yeah. And they start busting it, putting it together as quickly as they can. The three of them start doing this.
Cool.
She's drinking the coffee and gets up and starts helping while she's drinking the coffee.
Nice. Alright. So I guess she'll, I don't know. Wait. Walk out of there, I guess. I don't to do. She'll go back upstairs. I
Okay,
guess.
alright.
She can't walk in there with her. She's so worried her dad's gonna, like, come up there and figure it out before she can tell him. What kind of mischief going on?
There is a knock on the door as you go past the door to go up, and the butler stops and goes past you and opens it. There's a dwarf standing there, and he's got a scroll in his hand. He goes, Commander Eden,
She'll
if
walk
you
over,
will.
grab it, look at it.
You see the butler step in front of you and pick it up first,
Oh.
and looks at it, and he's like, "Milady." Very well, and he hands it back to you.
Take it.
Okay.
Open it.
It is from Dwarven Merchants Guild, the Axiom Guild, and it's signed by Master Merchant Kavanaugh at the bottom, which you recognize as being the dwarf that you had made the purchase with the dark ale, Rin, and
Yeah, Seth and
Seth
that made
and all
that
them.
purchase. Yeah.
that dwarf. It's a request to speak with those involved with the investigation and possible arrest of Rhaegar. I have information regarding the whereabouts of Rhaegar and would like to collect on the bounty. For further inquiry and details, I can meet with you, or you can come to the Dwarven Ale House.
Is it specifically for her?
It says
Everybody.
it says Eden.
Okay.
But the letter itself says to those involved with the investigation and the bounty of Rhaegar.
So the rest of the children and this bounty. All right.
He thanks the dwarf, and the dwarf nods, and he closes the door.
That's important. Just left the car out.
What?
Just left the car out. So there are more children down at the academy that were found that we need to go retrieve.
Okay.
And I just got a letter that was delivered for somebody at the Dwarven Hall who has information on Rhaegar and wants to collect the bounty.
Did they catch him?
I don't know. It just said he had, right? It just says,
He has
it
information
just
on
said
it.
he has information.
He can wait till tomorrow. The children are more important.
Alright. Should we? I don't want to leave and have my daddy accidentally stumble across all of this.
I can go get the rest of the kids.
You want to go get them for me? Okay. She'll telepathy the captain and say, Kara's coming to retrieve the children.
The priestess.
Yes.
Very well.
North Gate.
She said, have them collected at the North Gate, if that's all right.
Well, ma'am, the north gate's going to be close to the tower. I would highly suggest that we use the southern gate.
All right, I'll let her know. Let's do the Southern Gate, Kara, because of the tower.
Okay.
All right, she's on her way.
Very well, ma'am.
So she'll go to the South Gate.
Okay, so you go. There's no gate up here, by the way. So you have to come around. There's a gate here, a gate there, and a gate there. You come to the second gate down here, and they have them all ready. Chaplain takes the thing down. Now, from what you can tell, this place has been secured by probably over 250 paladins, blinding guard at this point. They are everywhere as you look around. You see the men that work at the Gold Star Academy standing off to the side in lines, like they're not allowed to walk freely or anything. You can see off in the corner over there, towards where the yard is, the mistress and some other people just kind of around a bunch of paladins, a bunch of blinding guard.
I'll show her all of this.
Okay. And the 23
You know
other
what?
kids that you
There's
collected.
23 of them. I'm worried about you trying to get all of them back here by yourself. 1 second. She'll go back upstairs to where Stephanie is.
Okay.
And she'll tell her there are 23 more children I don't think Kara's down there, but I don't think she's gonna be able to get them all here corralled by herself.
Well, they'll probably follow her. They don't want to end up on the streets. I know that.
All right.
But
Should we tell them?
I can go. I can go. If you can take care of this here. My girls will do most of the work.
Yeah, I can do
I can send one of my girls.
Okay.
Let me send Brittany. Brittany can go.
All right. Sounds
All right.
good. There's gonna be a girl named Brittany coming to help you out.
All right.
She'll look at Stephanie. They're ordering clothes right now, and food's being made. It'll be brought up here in a little while.
Thank you so much, Eden.
Of course.
These darling children actually stand a chance, it sounds like now, finally. You see a group of them kind of gathered together with some older kids, and some of them are crying, and the older kids are consoling them, and they're singing Gold Star hymns, and all the kids are singing together, singing the Gold Star hymns over in the corner, one corner.
Which is what Cara was doing while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a little bit of fear going on and a lot of chaos going on and a lot of movement, stuff like that that's going on. And
Lots of change, little kids.
yeah, they're freaking out, a lot of them, and some of them are crying because they're hungry. And so the food gets brought up. Butler and the housemaids start bringing the food up. And they're really nice to the kids, of course.
She'll tell the butler that 23 more will be coming.
You tell him that, and he's holding like a tray with a basket, and he stops and smiles and goes over and sits it on the table and very calmly walks out.
She'll start passing out.
You see
food
the
to
other girl
kids.
like look at him like, what are you doing? You know, and then
She'll walk up and she'll start helping pass out food.
okay.
The kids
Kids
don't
are
have it yet.
kids are just jumping up and coming around you like crazy to get the food. They're some of the girls snap at them and they turn and stop and get back a little bit. She goes, look, I don't think we need to all stand in line like before, but please have some manners. Thank our hosts and be kind. Don't break anything. And if you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, but you can only go as groups and you must go with one of us. Nobody can go alone, 2 at a time, with one of us. Do you understand, kids? Everybody, I want you to get a partner. Everybody choose a partner. And you see them all starting to talk and choose partners.
When she's done passing out food, she's gonna go out
Okay?
and wait for her to get here.
Okay.
with the rest
So
of these
you're there
children.
at the academy, and this girl, priestess, comes running up, and she sees the kids. She's like, hi, and she starts talking to them. She smiles at you. The kid's like, what's happening, Brittany? What's going on? She's like, we'll explain everything. Come on, it's going to be so much better. And the chaplain takes the thing off, and you two of you guide these kids up into the Tower of Naz. The streets are covered with blinding guard up here. Like, at every corner, along every street, at every thoroughway, there's blinding guard, groups of blinding guards, 6, 12, 24, just various places. You didn't know there's this many blinding guard. They're everywhere. And you go into the tower with the other 23 kids. And they come upstairs. You take them upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
The butler's there when you get there, and he lets you in. They all come up, and the kids get excited when they see the other kids, and they all start talking and asking questions, and food, and the whole 9 yards. Chaos erupts, pretty much. And then you hear an argument over in the corner. Well, I want to sleep with Josh. Jacob, you cannot sleep over with Josh. Your bunk is over here. But Josh and I are best friends. Josh goes, we're not best friends. I'm best friends with Erica. Erica's my best friend. And these arguments starting to break out, and the women coming up with and Stephanie looks at you and goes, we're going to have to get these kids calmed down and get them to bed after they eat. We can take care of all this. I think your presence is making it a little more difficult.
I will bow out, and you let me know if you need anything.
She nods at you.
She'll walk out.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you, Cara.
You're most welcome. And you can use any of that cloth you want.
Okay, all right.
And those clothes are for the kids.
Alright. Close the door behind him.
Alright.
Alright. I know we have this bounty we have to take care of, and that's super important, but I got to tell my daddy before we leave here. Yep. So I don't know how late his party's planning on going, but go downstairs.
Okay. So you go down to the main room. The main room will make it to where that area is if you continue to walk back in, or you can go through the kitchen and go into that area.
She'll go part of the way, but not all the way, and she'll just listen. Can she still hear them?
Yeah, you can hear talking. And at this point, it seems kind of heated a little bit, just slightly. You get closer to try to make it out.
Yeah.
Horflex, you are completely and utterly wrong, and I am sure that the city of Queensland, soon to be the country of Queensland, would not allow 1 minute of your absurdity to take place within its city or its country state. There's no need, you hear your dad, there's no need to fight amongst ourselves about these things. The war is happening regardless. It is which one of you is going to benefit from it more. That is the question, of course. We will be shutting down the trade routes to all others, but the one that comes forward now. There's a pause. This war will go for the whole continent. Eventually, we will be everywhere. Our troops are right now, as we speak, in the north, preparing for battle. The east is ours now, with the queen on our side. Vala is on board with everything that we have decided to do with the east. Therefore, this is a family matter. The king and queen of Queensland and their children, they will be ruling this continent, and Gold Star will be everywhere. So does that mean that we will not be allowed to worship our gods in our own homelands? Well, worshiping your own gods in your homelands has gotten you to where you are now. A target. Is that really what you want for your people? There is a better way. We're not going to demand that you worship our God, but some of your gods will not be allowed to be worshipped. They stand for nothing but evil and destruction and chaos, and Gold Star and Queensland and all of those of good hope and reason will fight it to the very end. You back out? Okay.
Yeah, buddy. As quietly as she possibly can.
Okay.
I know that she's wearing full plate, but...
You're able to back out.
Something wrong?
The war.
That's always a problem.
They're arguing about something. Well, after what I just heard, I imagine what I got going on, what we got going on upstairs isn't going to be as big of a deal. It may even make him laugh. So, I don't know what to do. I can't leave without telling him something. I want to interrupt with a telepathy.
You hear some glass break. Some heated voices raise up.
Now he knows she's close enough to hear the glass break.
You hear the voices kind of calm down a little bit.
Oh dear.
So,
Boom, the door opens in front of you to the den, and you see this well-dressed, silk
she's
outfit,
in the main
turbaned
room.
individual come out with a flourishing entourage of 6 individuals dressed similarly. They have scimitars
Step off
on,
to the side.
and turbans, and they come through very aggressive, and they glare at you as they walk by. And they come to the front door, and the butler opens it, and they just go out. The door that they came out got closed too, so you don't see what's going on in there. But they looked like Danitarium. For sure, like there's no
She'll
doubt.
look at the butler. It's not gonna just be. It may not be safe for them in the city right now, going out there all aggressive.
Well,
Streets are covered in blinding guard.
I imagine that we'll be traveling quickly. They came quickly.
How many more people were in there with him? Was that the big diplomatic thing that was going on?
Some of them, yes. There's probably another half dozen people in there right now.
We might.
And I'm sure they're trying to discuss what to do from here. That did not go well. It did not look like.
No.
We might see them in the academy tomorrow.
That that was a specific envoy from the Danitarium to try to broker some ceasefires and some peace at the front.
Well,
Yes.
they're out for blood. We were just out there a couple
Yes.
days ago.
Who's out for blood? The enemy?
All of them.
Both sides.
Both sides. It's quite the thing out there on the front. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say much.
I was gonna go collect souls, but
I tell you, General Rava, she's intense.
The butler nods at you.
And all the rest of them, yeah. Look down the hallway again.
Okay.
Should
I don't
just
know.
Tell him?
I don't know how late they'll be here, dear.
Should I just tell him?
That's up to you.
Should I just tell him? Just let it through, Dad. Daddy,
Yes, dear.
I know what you're doing is important, but I gotta tell you something.
It is important. It's very important. There's a lot going on right now.
Okay.
But I lost my accent again, and but there is a lot going on right now. What is it that you want?
There were some children that needed a place to stay.
Very well.
We have a huge house.
Yes, we do.
They're here.
Whatever it is you need, dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. It's taken care of.
Butler looks at you.
He is not concerned with the children or me or what I am doing.
Are you sure he heard you?
Yeah. I told him there were a bunch of kids that didn't have a place to stay, and we have a huge house, and they're here. And he said, okay, whatever I need.
Very well, my lady. Now, you said a bunch of kids?
I did.
I'm not quite sure if he grasped that number.
He doesn't, but he's doing a lot right now. It'll work itself out.
Very well, my lady.
He's a good man. He's not gonna kick him out on the streets.
No, my lady.
So
He would not. There are nights he sleeps in his ship anyway, so.
anything Stephanie needs, please help her give it to her, whatever it might be.
Very well, my lady. I've already got things under. We have. Your father has. Well, I've worked with him for many years, and he has set aside money for such things. We're fine. We will take care of it for you.
Okay.
But I would dare say that there needs to be a plan in place or a means to an end or something.
Well,
Um,
do you know of any properties in town that are for sale right now?
I do not.
Do you think you could look into it for me?
Well, I usually don't take care of that sort of
Okay.
thing, but
I can figure it out.
we all your father's affairs go through Miser Tuffington.
All right.
I'm sure if you were to go to the bank,
I could talk to
the
Miser.
Lower Queensland Bank specifically is where his offices are. I'm sure he would speak with you and work things out.
All right. I can do that.
Where are these kids from?
The Gold Star Academy.
Oh,
So we were asked by the council to look into some things going on there, basically an audit, and we found evil in the academy. And so we did what we were supposed to. We alerted our higher ups, and the place got swarmed with blinding guard. And I had talked to Stephanie earlier that day and told her that if anything had happened, that we would make sure that the children were taken care of.
he nods and walks to the front door and opens it and kind of steps out and looks. He's like, "Well, you were not kidding, were you?"
No.
It's like they're everywhere.
I'm sure my daddy has no idea what's going on right now.
Well, it's not his concern, so it's not his responsibility.
It's not. And I'm feeling Sheriff Board's not going to be too happy with us.
Well, it is his responsibility, and I'm
It
sure
is.
he is there
Well,
right now. But I don't know.
It's not my responsibility that I found evil. It was there, and all I did was let them know. So,
Yes, of course, no one will blame you.
anyway, so speaking of evil, we got some things we got to take care of.
Very well. We'll continue to get them fed and get this taken care of. I'm sure it's going to be a situation with the privies and various other things, but we will work it out.
Let me know if you need anything
Of,
from me.
of course, of course.
Any money or whatever.
It is taken care of. Just more so a plan.
We'll
Yes.
work on talking to Miser.
Okay.
I might see if we can just get them their own house.
Mm-hmm.
I know Stephanie, that's what she wanted, so I'm sure
Very well, very well.
we'll see what we can do. She'll walk out the front door.
Okay. You walk out and you see blinding guard everywhere. Enough even on the road where you're at from your driveway that they're at the end of the driveway there and they look at you when you open the door like there's a bunch
She'll
of
walk out.
Commander. Looks like they got it under control, whatever it is.
Looks like they do. She'll keep walking. She's not going to be baited.
Have a good night,
Talking
Commander.
about it.
Which way do you go?
North and then
Okay.
southwest.
Up by Starlight.
Yep.
And then down towards the North Gate.
She'll
Okay.
telepathy Elis, since he seems to be the one who they're reporting to right now. And she'll say, we have a lead on Rhaegar at the Dwarven Ale Hall. So we're going to go look into that. I received a letter that they have information and wish to collect on a bounty.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
I know, that's what I was thinking, but
Maybe you should take a troop of blind guard with you. You're doing a good job tonight. You're busy.
I know it.
Yeah.
Alright.
We can have one sent there.
Alright, tell them not to go in without me.
Oh, of course not. They'll wait for you if they're there before you. If not, you can
Sounds
figure it
good.
out.
Start walking their way.
Okay. In your plate mail?
Yep. Her 4 million silver piece.
Yeah.
Plate
So
mail.
I need to know which direction you go. I'm gonna just you know where it's, you remember where it's at, right? It's down.
Yeah, so I suppose past the cradle and that way. It'd be quicker to go that way.
Right down here,
Yeah.
down that walkway.
Yep.
All right, you come over by the Hookleaf Manor in front of the cradle and down by the Dwarven Embassy and head south by the Dwarven Embassy up by the Uxium Forge and head to the past the Uxium Arms and Armory and the Hope Gardens and then you hit the Dwarven Ale Hall down here.
Wait,
the way down at
find
the
and
bottom.
guard.
And so let's see. It took you a little while to get there. They're there when you get there,
She'll walk up.
Commander.
Alright. You walk in.
You want us to escort you inside?
Let's say, 2 of you.
Very well. He nods at another one with me. The others stay out front.
Walk in. Was there a name on the scroll?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Master Guildmaster Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh?
Yeah. And if you think back, that was the name of the guy that sold the ales.
The ales. Okay.
He was.
Sorry, trying to get my my thoughts straight.
A lot of names.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a binder. Alphabetize them all.
Real quick break as we're pulling this map up. We are getting so close. About another month, I think we'll be done with that player's journal.
Oh, I'm so excited. We
I
are
am
so
too.
close.
We are
like,
so close to being
Oh.
done.
we are right there.
All right, you come in the bar and you look around, and the ship is docked next to the ale house like it was before. Looks like a very similar ship, may even be the same one. You're not sure.
Okay.
Kavanaugh the merchant is sitting over here by the bear rug when you walk in.
Walk in.
A female dwarf sitting at a table over here by herself drinking, and a bunch of dwarves at the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Sit down next to him.
Okay. You got my message.
I did.
That was awful quick. Please have a seat.
Just sit down.
Okay. She offers a seat to the two gentlemen that are with you. And Kara, is Kara with you? Okay. Offers you a seat. Can I get you some dwarven ale?
No, thank you.
Alright. So, bounty on this little guy is 35,000 gold pieces, or 35,000 silver pieces, right? So, I figure with the information that I have on his whereabouts, I could probably pull about half of that. Just for the information. 100% accuracy that that's where he's at. What do you think?
Does she have the authority to make that kind of decision?
So the guild gets paid. The bounty hunter gets paid to the city. You don't know where it comes from. Where, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, has nothing to do with you. You'd have to figure that out somehow.
Telepathy Kara, should we just pay him for the information and get that guy off the streets?
If it leads to him, I'll give it to him right now.
Alright. I don't have any money on me, so I would have to go get it.
I do.
Alright. She'll nod at him. Okay.
We have an accord.
We do.
She'll offer her hand.
He offers his.
See, if he wants, she'll even spit in it.
Tell you what. They have these apartments that I'd be happy to tell you about once I see the 15,000 silver. And inside those apartments is the man you're looking for. He can be picked up right now. Keep in mind, I don't like doing bad business.
She's thinking to herself,
My
"Lying, we'll just
information-
arrest him."
My information is solid, and it's so
Alright.
solid, that I'm actually feeling comfortable about just sitting here and even jabbing with you. Like I don't feel like he's going anywhere. If you know what I mean.
Alright.
He gave the embassy a bad name. He gave the miners a bad name.
That's for sure.
He gave us dwarves a bad name.
So it's personal for you.
It is. 15,000 silver don't hurt, but if his bounty was 30,000 and I only get 15 and the other 15 goes to whatever, I'm good with that too.
Did she give it to him?
Mm-hmm. You can take her a minute to count it out. But
Okay, she gets it
She's-
counted out.
She can count pretty fast, but
She gets it all out and he takes it and he says, apartment at the back of the tin cup. That's where you'll find him.
tin cup again.
So it's left the you list the apartment at the back of the tin cup. Do you want me to take care of this, or you want somebody else to?
That's where he's at.
Yep. From our information.
We'll get him.
I know the silver helps, but I appreciate the information.
Of course. Anything else I can do, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you'll be able to get some information out of him.
I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You want to stay here to see whether or not they get him? I get it. You want to make sure your money went somewhere good. Trust me.
So they'll be the car. Should we wait here?
Sounds like to me like you fellas are already there. You should be getting an answer pretty soon, because well, he's not really capable of running or anything like that. So about that point, Ela says we've got him.
That's wonderful.
He was hogtied.
She'll look at the dude in front of her and raise an eyebrow.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad to be a helpful citizen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For the tip. She's trying not to laugh.
And like I said, the other 15,000 silver can be used for whatever it is you'd like. Just keep in mind that we like to help when we can.
She'll left you.
Try to keep things in the past that might have looked strange on our people,
She'll left the list and she'll say, the rest of that bounty
Yeah.
give to Kavina in the Dwarven Ale Hall. You know who I'm talking about?
Kavina.
Kavina?
You mean Kavanaugh?
Kavanaugh. I'm sorry.
You mean the 15,000? The 30,000? You mean?
We already gave him 15,000 up front to
Okay.
get the information, but the other 15,000, if we could get that to him somehow. He didn't ask for it, but
He earned it.
he earned it.
Okay. All right. We'll have it sent there then. I think. What do you want me to do with the other 15?
Kara paid him. Give it to her.
Oh. Okay. Well, we can requisition that back to Kara, I guess, and the other 15 will go to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he ended up with 30.
Yeah.
All right. It's worth it if we get out of him what we need.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Commander.
Thank you.
You and Kara have done well today.
I know. I'm feeling pretty good today.
Yeah.
There's been a lot that's been done.
I
Just
hear
stand up.
the dwarf kind of looks at you and goes, so I hear that there might be some need pretty soon for some folks, children, that they might need some help. If it's case, if that's the case, the 15,000 silver that were left over, that can go to that if you want. If you know anybody that needs it.
She kind of smiles.
He
at
smiles
Cara.
at you.
We got it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of
Yeah.
course, we like to be part of community.
You know any places for sale? Big enough for a couple hundred children?
Well,
That was our next stop to figure that out. So
Would they be open this late at night?
I don't know.
yeah, there's a couple houses and a business that I know about recently. I don't know if those would work. I can keep my ears open, but you should just go and talk to the Queensland Land Company. They're gonna know what's open. But this place right across the street here, he says, it's kind of catty corner from us.
Yeah.
It's for sale, and so is the business, the Quill at the end of the street. It's for sale as well.
Oh.
So those two buildings are for sale, as far as I know. And then this other bigger building, you know, he tells you this building, and this building are all for sale right now.
All right.
He knows that because they're close to here, you know.
You're right.
As far as the rest of the city, I don't know. And whether that would hold 200 people, I seriously doubt it.
Well, we appreciate your help and your time.
Of course.
She'll stand up.
Okay. Well, you all be safe out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, officers.
She'll walk out.
Okay, you come out
Look at the blinding guard and be like, appreciate your guys' presence. Thankfully, it wasn't needed.
No problem, Commander. Carry on, man. Let's go. And the two that went inside with you nod. The captain looks at you. He goes, "It's been a pleasure, man."
Been a pleasure. She'll start walking towards Queensland Land Company.
Okay, cross the bridge.
See if it's open.
All right. It looks like the light is off.
Okay.
Doesn't look open to you. It's dark, so
Glance over at the bank.
looks closed down.
Well,
Library too. Actually, you can see a few lights on in the library here and there up in the tower, and
looks like
Car would know that there's a way in right now if you wanted to go to the library.
looks like we're gonna have to wait till the morning for the house. We'll see what we can't find. I know there's usually not a lot of real estate in Queensland. Let's see though. I wonder how hard it is to have something commissioned.
That's what I was thinking, is build something.
I don't know. I'd prefer it being Upper Queensland, which is going to be difficult. Not a lot of room up there. But we'll see what we can do.
There might be some mansions up there for sale. You don't know.
Yeah,
You're just gonna have to check and see.
to see what we can't do.
Yeah.
What kind of house do you want to live in?
What do you mean?
Thought about getting a place for you and me.
Oh goodness. I really have no idea.
Gotta have a pool though.
Is there anything else we should be doing right now? She'll start walking.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay. You go up by the Museum of Love and Beauty.
How late is it?
7:30 in the evening, something like that.
Took care of. I thought that bounty thing was gonna take longer than it did.
Me too.
He was hogtied. Elis told me he was hogtied when they showed up there.
Oh, well, I guess that's how I knew he was where he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't quite know what to make of that, but
Okay. because of what they were talking about, I guess since we've already raided the academy, I guess we don't really need to ask my grandfather any questions about that.
Well, you still want to see him, right? Why don't we head that way? We
Okay.
can do that.
And I'll send grandfather a message that we're heading towards his house.
Ah, very well. Then I will see you there with you and your guest.
Yes.
Very well. Very well. I look forward to seeing you. Just come on in the front.
Okay.
All right, you guys go take this way up.
Mm-hmm.
So, right here,
Mm-hmm.
it's cut off. There's blinding guard. Not that stop you guys, but the streets like actually shut off right there where you have to go this way.
Keep going.
Okay, you go around.
As they're walking past, she'll telepathy the captain.
Yeah.
Saying, were any more children found in the tower?
No, we've gotten all the children out, ma'am. There are a lot of adults though, but we'll take care of it.
In the tower?
No, we have not. We've not. Well, you wouldn't hear any of this.
No, you're right.
Yeah, he tells you we haven't entered the tower yet. We have been unable to figure that out.
Why?
Well, according to what we know, the key holder, right,
Right.
is supposed to close the door and lock it, and whoever's standing inside is supposed to be transported to the tower, correct?
Correct.
And that's what he says, but it's not working. Every time we attempt that, it doesn't work.
So it shut down from the
Something
inside.
something is amiss. Yes, so we're awaiting orders now,
Alright.
and you're right about here.
She'll keep walking.
This way,
Alright.
go across the bridge.
Make sure you keep me informed on that
Alright.
situation, please.
Very well. This way.
Yep.
All the way up around here.
Just look at Carter. Well, I can't have children, but it looks like I got about 200 of them.
You ended up with some anyway.
You go up past the Chaucer Manor and the fountain into this area, and you can say some really nice mansions right here. This one doesn't have a light on in it at all. This one does. These do. These all have lights on in them.
I wonder if that one with the light turned off is for sale.
And
Way
you
to find out.
Find out in the morning.
you come up here to the Galen Estates, Galen Ray Estates, and you come in the front door. And this place is massive. I mean, it makes Naz's place look tiny. Because his is one structure that goes up. This one is like, it's humongous.
Maybe we should have brought the kids here.
I don't know that your grandfather would have been as chill about it.
You come in the front
as Daddy
door,
was.
you know, and it's all tiled and gilded and vaulted ceilings and spiral staircases and candelabras and statues and gilded doorways and very fancy carved wooden doors with expensive knobs. And as you walk in, this eyeball floating in the air about this big comes into the front room. Goes past you and goes on into another room. And you see from the left your grandfather come levitating in, floating in. Ah, granddaughter. Kari has his staff and a big smile on his face. It is so good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Ah, Eden, welcome.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good.
What in the world could you possibly want here at the estates besides your wonderful grandfather's conversation?
Well, that's pretty much what we're here for.
Good, I could use a break. Let's go into the other room, he
You're
says.
not going to like what we have to talk
Oh,
about.
well, we will see. He floats into the other room. You guys come in there and you see a bird that's sitting on a perch that's got icicles on its wings and around its talons, and it's sitting on a perch that underneath it has an icicle, and it's just, you see water kind of dripping off its feathers and stuff with these blue piercing eyes, very sharp looking beak, and feathers that kind of, blue and silver feathers that come up over the top of its head, crest out over its head, and it kind of looks at you when you walk in.
Wow.
It's probably that big.
Aren't you beautiful? She's like,
It starts making these weird dinosaur-like noises. And Galen goes, "Calm down, calm down." Huh?
her eyes are all wide.
There's a circle couch with a fountain around it, and then there's a fireplace with a built-in library inside of the alcove that's next to the fireplace. It's rather large with some couches in there. Makes Lily's place look poor.
Oh.
Yeah, like this place is inlaid with gold and silver and platinum, and I mean that's so much wealth. It's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. And he comes over. He's like, "Anything to drink? Just order it, and they'll take care of it. The house will take care of it."
She actually wants wine.
Okay, so she says, "Dimple wine."
Yeah.
You see a hand float through the wall over to a bar and start pouring the wine. He's got a glass and he's like, "So, what is it we need to talk about?"
I don't know. Telepathy. I don't know how much we need to share, but
Well, I don't know if he knows. Yeah.
It goes back through the
I know
wall.
you had some personal things you wanted to speak with him about too, correct?
true. But
You can't avoid those by talking about work.
he is our access into the tower. He
That's
built
true.
that.
You want me to take lead?
Sure.
Sure. So, sir, just smile.
Yes, young one.
You were responsible for putting the magic up on the Gold Star Academy.
Yes. Yes.
Have you heard about what's?
Yes, it's all down right now.
Is it?
There's been a request for it to all come down.
I know that they were struggling to get within the tower.
Yes, I know that there's an issue too. It's been altered. It's not what I did. It has been changed. And unfortunately, they have, it seems, found some divinity stones and some other things. I'm not sure how much you know.
Yeah. Pretty much all of it, for the most part, except for
Yeah.
whatever's happened within the last 30 minutes or so.
Of course.
We just left
Well,
there again.
well done, then, I suppose. I'm sure the sheriff's not too happy with what's taking place, but
I'm sure he's not.
sounds like the council's pretty much voting to shut it down now.
That's the problem. Is we don't really want to shut it down. We
Yeah.
want to fix the problems.
Yes.
And that tower is the number one problem.
Well, for now, it needs to be shut down with the danger that's going on there. We're not
So
sure
what'll
exactly.
happen to the people that are in it?
Well, that's in discussion now, whether they should be held in the prison or what exactly should be done. We hear the children have been taken by the Nazcanes and are going to be cared for there. Does your father know? Because,
He does. He's busy with other things.
oh, yes, he is. That's for sure.
I told him I don't know that he fully grasps the magnitude of what's occurring on the third floor of our house, but in time, she'll smile.
He kind of smiles and giggles a little bit. He's like, "Oh, I'm sure that there will be a situation or two."
Tomorrow, we are going to attempt to try to find some type of house
Are-
within this. We'll see what happens.
Aren't children wonderful?
They really are.
Yes,
They
they are.
really are.
Well, there's more to it than simply that tower, and I'm sure before too long you will be briefed on what's taking place, because I think that The darkness that lies within is responsible, and you'll be needed. And with that, we're going to stop for this evening.
Just waiting for that one.
I knew it was coming.
It was
I'm
coming.
surprised
It was
you let
close.
us get to Galen's house. I thought
Yeah.
it was coming earlier than that. I've been waiting since the Dwarven Ale Hall for you to call it.
You guys, a good game. I had a good time with you guys. Hopefully, we'll watch you next week.
He's
Guys,
back.
like, subscribe, share, hit the ding, all that stuff, and we will see you guys next week. There's a gift inside your God's granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that are fair, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you perceive. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes.